Imagine walking down a quiet country road, looking for a hot meal and a bed for the night. Instead, you find the rotting head of a septon impaled on a rusted iron spike. His crime was simple. He whispered the wrong name in the dark. 15 years after the first Blackfyre rebellion, the king's hand, Lord Bloodraven, has turned Westeros into a suffocating, heavily surveilled state. Spies are everywhere, and the penalty for suspected treason is an immediate, brutal execution. Contrast that with this massive wedding. Nobles in pristine silks are laughing. Golden cups overflow with arbor red. Castle Whitewalls is hosting the celebration of the year. Lord Ambrose Butterwell is marrying the daughter of Lord Frey, and they are providing their guests with endless rivers of wine and roasted meats. When the deep dungeons and dark alleyways are crawling with informants, the safest place to plot a coup is under the bright lights of a public festival. This public celebration provides a tactical cover that the state's spies are less likely to penetrate. In the year 211 AC, a towering hedge knight named Sir Duncan the Tall and his 10-year-old squire, Egg, are traveling north to find honest mercenary work. Along the shores of the God's Eye, they cross paths with a heavily armed retinue of traveling nobles. The leader of this group is Lord Gorman Peake. He fought for the rebel Daemon Blackfyre at the Red Grass Field. The crown spared his life, but stripped him of 2 of his 3 ancestral castles, leaving him a pardoned man with a massive, unhealed grudge. Lord Peake and his men are heading to the Whitewalls wedding. The scale of this event is staggering, but it's the grand prize for the jousting champion that stands out: a heavy, scaled, petrified dragon's egg. While Dunk focuses on the competition, his squire, Egg, starts looking at the banners hanging in the Great Hall. He noticed that the loyalist houses of King Aerys are entirely absent. This diagram shows the heraldry of the lords inside the castle walls. If you track the houses, Peake, Costain, Shawnee, Sunderland, every single attendee belongs to a family that fought for the rebels 15 years ago. During peacetime, gathering hundreds of armed commanders in one place would be seen as an act of war. However, a wedding allows these men to exploit a legal loophole, massing their forces without triggering the crown's suspicion. Lord Butterwell's hospitality masks a fully operational military staging ground. The feast and the jousting serve as a plausible excuse for rebel leaders to meet and coordinate. Traveling with these bitter lords is an anomaly who calls himself John the Fiddler. He claims to be a lowly hedge knight, yet his silk brocades and extreme confidence stand in stark contrast to the impoverished knights on the road. During the raucous bedding ceremony, the crowd drags the bride up the stairs. The fiddler uses the noise and distraction to isolate Dunk on a quiet, moonlit balcony. The friendly facade drops. The fiddler claims he foresaw Dunk's arrival through a prophetic vision long before they ever met on the road. This specific magical clairvoyance is known as dragon dreams. It is a genetic, prophetic ability tied exclusively to the bloodline of House Targaryen. The fiddler leans in and delivers his final vision. He dreamed that right here, within the white marble walls of this very castle, a living, breathing dragon would hatch from the petrified tournament prize. This flamboyant traveler is actually a royal claimant from the Blackfyre line. He is using his visions and his bloodline to organize the former rebels for a second civil war. The belief in a hatching dragon provides these lords with a sense of divine inevitability. It transforms a collection of resentful survivors into a coordinated movement, convinced their victory is preordained. In the dead of night, the fragile peace of the wedding is shattered. Heavy iron alarm bells begin to ring violently from the castle towers. The cause of the panic spreads quickly through the corridors. The priceless dragon egg has vanished from its cushion. The aristocratic facade instantly dissolves. Sellswords draw their blades. False accusations fly across the Great Hall, and the lords begin dragging suspects down to the torture chambers to force a confession. As Dunk scrambles through the chaotic manhunt, he realizes his 10-year-old squire has gone completely missing. That squire is secretly Prince Aegon Targaryen. He is a true-born royal, trapped inside a sealed castle alongside hundreds of men who would see his death as the first step toward their own restoration. The missing egg has turned a secret meeting into a frantic search for a thief. In this environment, a single discovery of Egg's true identity would likely end in a quick, quiet execution.